So Mr. Crafty was telling me yesterday that when I do my live videos, I'm always waiting to see people show up in the little feed before I start talking, so I was just kind of singing and filling the time. And he pointed out to me that a lot more people watch it as a replay than actually live. So those of you watching the replay are sitting there watching me just sit here, watching me sing, and I could just start talking immediately and you guys actually would benefit from it. So I'm just launching into it from now on. Hi, Miss Nita and Brandy. Hello. Hello, campers. Hi, Alicia. Are you an Alicia or an Alicia? Hi, Liz. Hi, Bethlyn. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Lisa. Hello, hello, hello. So if you're unable to join live videos, and I hope that at some point during camp that you finally get to watch one, you will be able to watch all of the replays for the live events, except movie nights, but you'll be able to watch them in the Media Lounge. So every week the Media Lounge has new content, and what will be in there as well are the previous shows that I've done, and we'll put them, slot them into the week that they belong in so that you can go back and watch them. So hello, Tracy. Thank you, Nita. I got this in Texas. It has the cutest little, I got it at Buc-ee's. Like the best gas station in the world. It's like a truck stop extraordinaire. I fell in love with it. It was love at first sight, and it was mostly because of the color and how it's all distressed. The Texas girls love their ball caps, so I just felt like I needed to have them. Oh, I'm so glad you're here, Michelle, that you caught me live. Buc-ee's. Hi, Franklin. Hey. Hey, guy. Hey. I'm really happy you're here. Happy camping to you. Hello, Cobra Jones. She has joined us. Cobra, that's how we say your name here at Reset Miss Quarters. Cobra. Miss Cobra Jones. It reminds me of, what is that actress's name? Is it Foxy Brown? It's the one, Pam, darn it, I can't remember her name. All those, like, she was like a, dang it. See, I shouldn't try and tell stories when I can't remember all the facts. You know what I'm talking about, though. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Kimberly. Can't see all the... I missed a couple. Hi, Marcia. Hi, another Kimberly. Hi, Bernadine. Okay. Pam Greer, thank you. Michelle, I wish I had that problem. Hi, Lacey. I don't know what it is about getting older, but everything changes. I feel like I've lost so much hair. My hair's got a lot thinner than it used to be. So, I'm doing my camp hair. Camp hair, don't care. That's how we roll. Mr. Crafty and I are living in rubble, basically. We finally did our laundry today, and we went grocery shopping, so we have food. My mother, my sweet mom, has actually been going and getting us food every day for like lunch and dinner. Because we're not adults anymore, and all we've been doing is working.
18-hour work days does
take
its toll.
16 to 18-hour work days take its toll. So my mom has been taking care of us. It's been heaven. But yeah, we got to go back to adulting and be big people again. So we went and went and grabbed some groceries today so that we could eat. Hi, Nettie. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Jennifer. So hello, Birdie. Hi, you made it. Hi, Caroline. Or Carolyn. Some of you guys have got names where you're not quite sure how you pronounce it. Hi, Michelle and Lynn. Hi, Miss Linda. Hi, Veronica. Good afternoon. So, I've called you all here today. Basically, I thought you guys were going to pepper me with questions in the post that I put into the community center. Hi, Marianne. Hi, Crystal. And, nobody asked me anything. So, I figured if you guys show up, I'll share stuff that I want to tell you. But if you have questions, hi, Deborah, about Beverly, the website camp, like in general, I can answer that, hopefully. I cannot answer technical questions because I'm not the technical part of the team. To be quite frank with you, my tech support over there actually had to set me up with the website and everything, like how to get into it. So, because I obviously can get actually into the website, so I didn't quite know how to do it the way you guys. Hi, Chandra. Let me see here. For movie nights, do we rent? So, Chandra, and I hope that's how you pronounce your name. Please give me grace, ladies, if I'm not pronouncing names correctly. Hi, Christina. Hi, Priscilla. Movie nights, we're going to provide a link to you. So both movies that we're going to be watching has a link from YouTube. YouTube has this really awesome feature now where you can rent movies from them for a few bucks. And so what I'm going to do is we're going to give you the link so that you can rent it. And we're all going to kind of like press play together. So we're going to kind of synchronize ourselves. So we're all, Mr. Crafty's going to create, he's hoping to create some kind of like way of letting you know where we are in the movie as it continues in case you kind of join in late. So that we can kind of like be mostly on the same page together.
So my thought is this: there's going to be a Facebook Live, but it's not going to be of the video. It's just going to be like
it'll be a Facebook Live like we are having right now, except instead of watching me talk, he's going to have.
It's going to be like a cute graphic.
It'll be a graphic.
Makes, and then there's going to be the timestamp of where we're at in the movie.
And the timestamp of where we're at in the movie will be showing.
Room, just like
and
they
then
are
you
now.
can use the chat room, which you guys are all doing right now, and then we can be like giggling and talking to each other while we're all watching it, if that makes sense. So it's a few. Hi Patty. Hi Karen. It's a few dollars for each one. But if you own it already, as many of you apparently own Parent Trap, then you can simply watch your own version. So that's how it's going to work. I can't provide the movie for free because that would be all kinds of licensing problems. But thank you. Miss Leslie tells me that the campsite is amazing. So, thank you, Samantha. And thank you, Elizabeth. Hi, Karen. Hi, Melissa. Hello, hello. Okay, Jackie Chan. Chandra. Okay, thank you. I think you've had to tell people that before. Just like I've said a million times in my life, it's Corey with an I. So yay, I'm so glad that you guys appear to be loving camp. Okay, so show me with the thumbs up and the hearts how excited we are about the camp. Whoop, 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 whoop. Camping, you guys are camping. We're officially at Camp Reset. It's day 2, and the camping love is strong. I am so happy to report that for the size of the amount, like the size of the group that we have, the amount of people in the group, and there's more campers that are in the group. I just want you to know, some people don't want to have a Facebook account, and I completely understand that. So there's some people who don't want that aspect, but they love the website and all the other good stuff. So between the sizable amount of people, we are pretty blessed that it went as well as it did, because you guys know you guys are awesome, and you guys stampede the website. And so sometimes it kind of slows down the server, but our tech guy, who is so wonderful, Guillermo, he was like babysitting it, and he actually reset it during the launch and got more firepower, so it actually helped things process faster. So a lot of you girls got to have a dance party. I know my Gen X sisters were like, felt like we were teenagers again, right? A lot of that music was just, oh, love so much. How many campers are there? Mr. Crafty, would you say there's about 1,300, maybe 1,200?
I think so.
So somewhere between 1,200 and 1,300 campers. So you guys, right now, we currently have about 1,100-ish campers in the group. So that is really, it's a lot more than what we weren't quite sure how many would want to do camping this year. So I'm super stoked, and the website is awesome. It's awesome compared to what we had last year, right? It's much easier to get your content. I hope that you guys have all kind of like explored. This is what I would say to you. Click everything you see. Is that a button? Does that have something? Like, click everything. Click every link. Go navigate. Now, I will let you know that there's a few things we noticed because we were working so hard to get it launched. That there was a few things. The recipe card question, just come back to me on that one. I didn't get to see the whole thing, but there's a few things we've noticed that need to be adjusted. So this week, our web person we're gonna ask them to tweak things so that you can kind of navigate between the pages better. Sometimes when you don't have it live, and we didn't have it live to test in time, so we couldn't kind of experience the full exploring of the site like we should have. But because of that, I'm super happy that it actually works as well as it does, with as last minute as we were working trying to get things in. And I swear, it's not that I don't think that we're terrible planners. It's just that there's just two of us. So, I didn't see the entire question about the recipe cards, but I did want to mention to you, yes, Mr. Crafty has a question.
With all the
He's raising
Six
his hand.
Snacks cards, are they designed to be cut out? Thinking about how to best store them in binder.
Okay, so when it comes to the materials that you guys are holding on to now that we've printed them, what I would please ask is that you guys wait on some of the stuff that you're seeing that is meant, like the Sips and Snacks cards, the Habit cards, the personal retreat cards. All of that stuff comes later throughout camp, and you can decide how you ultimately want to store them, but you're cutting them up essentially. So but I don't want you guys working ahead. That's really not the point of camp here, and I want you to be focused on just the topic like we're in right now. But yes, they are going to get chopped up. But I'm going to actually do a little video and everything of that particular craft. So you'll see how you'll use them. And I will be adding to the shopping list page. We're going to actually give it a makeover and organize it a little differently. So every week you'll see the week ahead what you're going to need to order or go buy. And there's just a few things. It's not a lot. And certainly whatever I suggest is because I'm going to be showing that in the video. So you can always find, you guys are creative girls. Hi, Miss Angela Lavelle. Mwah, mwah, mwah. You guys always can find an alternative to what I do and say. So that's the brilliant thing about working with the creative community, is these are just my ideas, and you can certainly improve upon them, or do your own thing, use the materials you have. So Mr. Crafty and I have just been just like pinching ourselves the last 24 hours after we finally went to bed last night. Just really so happy that this went as well as it did, because of all the technical issues sometimes it happens with big launches and with so much technology involved. So I will tell you that PDFs, for those of you who have had some PDF issues, PDFs, I have to tell you, they are so persnickety. I've been an executive assistant for a huge chunk of my working life. So I've always been the girl that had to go run off to having really super important things printed. Presentations, really important documents. And I cannot tell you how many times things like that I've been seeing you guys show are things I've had to deal with. But Google is your best friend if you get caught up with a PDF issue. Like I saw somebody with the black square, with a cut line, all that stuff, it's all PDF related. I don't know why, even Adobe, who makes the PDF program, even in their own help desk, like we contacted them when, just to make sure that we could help you guys if necessary. And even they say, sometimes it's technology. Sometimes it is what it is. So, just be aware that if you are having those issues, we have double, triple checked all of our files. We had them printed at a professional printer. We printed them several times over at home. There are no printing issues in the file. It is because of the way something's being read by your computer, by your printer. And oftentimes when you open a PDF, please remember these are huge files. There's tons of design in them. So sometimes when you open it, depending on your bandwidth, your Wi-Fi connection, the data transfer, you might be looking at a blank page. So you're going to have to let it sit and give it time, and sometimes it will populate. I know it's not perfect, but there is no alternative to a PDF. They have us over a barrel on that one. Nobody has ever made a better solution, right, Mark? I've never seen a company ever come forward with a better solution than creating a PDF for a document. So we're stuck with it. So so that does apply to like when you using your phone and tablets and trying to work with them. I think it does lend itself to creating more. There will be more issues more than likely because you have a data connection. Your phone is just not as robust as a computer. So, you know, I'm so sorry. I wish that I could, you know, ding, make it all go away and everyone have a wonderful printing experience. But unfortunately, it's just not the case. What would you give us campers who work full time? How can we squeeze in time? Dawn, that's an excellent question. And I will tell you that last year I was working full time and did nothing camp related. But that was because I was doing some poor planning. I can see that now. So this is what I would say. When you work out, you know, especially when you work out in a company environment and not at home, what I would tell you to do is use your lunch break wisely. Use your breaks wisely. Turn them into camp reset experiences. Pack yourself a little tote that you know those the pink craft tote, the Sears Craftsman tote that everyone uses in the planner community, or any craft tote. Use a tote and take it with you to work. Use it in your car. And I know it's super hot where most of us live right now, so take it in. Take it in to work with you. Put your camp goodies in it. Put your headphones on if you have to sit in a break room, or if you can sit in your car with the air conditioning going. Do everything, hi Claudia, do everything possible to utilize your time away from home to take camp breaks if you can. If it means you have to get up earlier, if it means you have to stay up a little later to squeeze some camp time in, then that's what I would do. And I think that this is what I would say. A lot of times I think it comes down to the choices that we make and how we spend time. And I think that what I would really impress upon people to be very mindful of of projects you say yes to, things you take on. Every time you say yes to something, you have to say no to camp. Every time you say yes to something else, it's saying no to camp. Camp for this 6 weeks, just tell yourself this is my highest priority, because this is the time I'm filling my cup so that I can be a better mom, a better employee, a better whatever at the end of this time. So you really truly thank you. You really truly have to be a little more, I guess, tough on yourself about your time spent. You know, maybe that's saying no to a Netflix binge watching session with the family. Maybe that is saying no to going on a shopping outing with your friend, or however, you know, people always spend their downtime in certain ways. So it's just about you make that a priority, and telling yourself like that, because you've made this investment already, so you really want to get the best, you know, use out of this. Because when this ends, and right now, this is what's so magical about Camp Reset to me. When you're in the community, you get so much motivation because you see everyone's excitement, and that excitement creates this synergy in the group. And you see everyone like showing their little, you know, their spaces, and they start sharing like, this is what I'm doing in the handbook. That's why I'm creating these very specific posts so that you guys can follow each other and easily see what each other are doing. So that creates this momentum, and it kind of like even today I was like watching my friend Kelly putting her, you know, she was like, I'm having so much fun, and I'm like, I'm working right now, I want to have fun too. So it kind of like was pushing me to like, you know, Corey, don't waste time looking at stuff on YouTube that's not work related. Don't waste time looking, you know, don't spend time just scrolling through the group. Don't even do that. Be focused with this time. Get your work done so that you can make time to do the craft stuff, the fun stuff. So that is my little motivation speech for now. And we were in a really horrible, tough situation last year when we had camp, and you know, it was really fun to watch everyone else have fun. But this year, I am insisting, Corey, you are doing camp. I'm doing camp. You know, I'm going to do these exercises. So it's about pre-planning, and now I know I have to be on a schedule. Monday and Tuesday, I film my videos, and they're out of the way. And now I can focus on doing the crafty stuff and all the fun stuff. So, Miss Cobra is asking if anyone has found the Ticket Punch locally. You know, it's very interesting. I feel like that punch is new, because I always troll their punches, the EK Success. But the one store I know that's really good about carrying that brand is Joann's. So if you have a Joann's near you, it is possible that they might carry that one. Well, thank you, Debbie. This experience is created with absolute love for you. I'm like putting every good idea and for you, thinking about you all. Okay, see, the cat just told me that it's been discontinued, and Michelle says that Joann's does have them. So
what's been discontinued?
The Ticket Punch.
What?
We just recently found it, and we've always were looking for new punches. And when that one got found, I was like, woo!
Well, if it is, we'll shift over to the other one that has the triple.
Okay. So, Mr. Crafty said that if that's the case, then we'll end up adjusting our template for the prompts in the future, so that if it got discontinued, so that
Amazon's saying they're going to be back in stock on the 10th.
Yeah, so. Amazon says that they're restocking that punch on the 10th. So, just FYI. Okay, so I actually do have a few things I wanted to share with you. Well, thank you, Laura Davis. I do. I love this camp so much, you guys. I wasn't sure if we were going to be able to have camp this year. And now that we have, I just can't tell you. This, Mr. Crafty and I are just like, this is the future. This is what we want to do. This is what we want to do. You know, we started out, our brand was all about making stickers, and that was a lot of fun, and we partnered with Silhouette, and we made a cool video and got a lot of people excited, and now there's a billion sticker stores, right? So it's not really, that's not my passion. I don't want to be like the best sticker store ever. I want to do this. I want to create experience. I want you guys to have feel a connection to, you know, what I stand for, which is about resetting your life. And because I know how important it is to do that, to be able to change aspects of things. And sometimes we have a hard time identifying with what we even need to change, why we're even unhappy in the first place. So Camp Reset has been just this very big eye-opening thing for me, that some little fun idea I had in my head resonates with so many people. So Mr. Crafty and I are determined that we're going to have a winter experience. And I don't want to call it winter camp, because I want to do something different. I want it to feel like a different experience than summer camp. And winter to me is like, I picture things like snow and like a little chalet, and sipping hot cocoa, and just having a totally different wintry experience. And instead of it being focused on self-care, perhaps we're going to focus on goals and planning, and actually having not just here's all my goals, but then having some kind of structure that maybe it's not just this one-time experience. Maybe it lasts a little longer, so that we can continue encouraging each other to get through goals. Because I love setting goals. I'm very goal-oriented. I'm very, very much about personal development. I'm very passionate about it. So I feel like that's kind of it's my passion. And when you're passionate about things, that's how you generate content and ideas constantly, because it's all you think about. And so that to me is so much more rewarding and fulfilling than being here's a great sticker sheet. Now, having said that, we are going to be releasing some amazing sticker books, legit manufactured sticker books. So we have some really cool stuff coming down the line, and we are going to be we're going to test using Amazon to ship our products in the future, so that Mr. Crafty and I are not involved in the shipping, and that we can continue doing things like this. So the the winter experience is going to happen, and then we will definitely continue to evolve Camp Reset and make that something you guys can look forward to next year too. And if this was this amazing, then just imagine what next year would be like. So I am so glad that you guys are having fun, and that just, I can't even tell you, if those of you who were in the dance party last night, I just felt the love and the excitement you guys were having. So hi Mamie, Miss Mamie, you were having a lot of fun in the dance party last night. Yes, Tiana, sticker books. So, yes, they're going to be bomb. They're going to be so amazing. And I have something so exciting coming out in the fall. I can't even wait to show you guys. It's going to be a game-changing thing for the Reset Girl. I have a whole new product concept, and it's going to be so exciting. I can't wait. That will be something we're also working on during the year. So yes, the dance party was last night during our eventful launch because we needed to calm down and just have fun. So it was a lot of fun. I'm not a DJ, but it was fun putting that playlist together. So I just wanted to let all you guys know. I don't know how you guys are kind of bipping in and out of the group, but I wanted you to know that there are 2 new posts today in the group. One is about taking the pledge, and it's my little post with me showing my little pledge card. We included this little pledge card so that you guys would have to see that you've made a pledge to yourself, sign it, and put it somewhere where you can see that it's right there, front and center. You made a pledge to make Camp Reset a priority and not quit on yourself. So I would love to see lots of pictures, selfies with your card, being accountable in the camp. And someone earlier in the group mentioned, you know, it'd be fun to have a post where people are showing their faces, because for those of you who love to do the scrapbooking part of things, you'll have little faces to show, like a little collage of like, look at all the campers, you know, especially as you get to know each other. So that's kind of fun, right? So make sure you get brave and take that picture. It just, oh, I love when I see you guys like actually participate in a fun idea like that. It just makes the camp feel more real, doesn't it? Like we are in real time sharing a moment. Like here on Sunday, we're all hanging out, having a little craft chat, little camp chat. And Miss Cobra, there is a huge difference between 65-pound and 110-pound. I just gotta say, 65-pound is definitely at the lower end, and it's pretty thin. 110 is a little more luxurious. For those of you who took my advice about 32-pound paper, your life has been changed. You will never go back to using anything else. 32-pound is the way to go, girls. It is just amazing. And I know that I'm preaching to the choir here because all of you guys are all very like tactile. That's what makes us analog planner girls. That's why we love paper and pens. It's why we love planners. We love the feel. I'm telling you, the smoothness, as you turn the pages, the whole experience of that 32-pound paper, it's just, oh. So if you accidentally bought 65, girl, I'm going to do you a favor. I'm going to tell you, you need to return it and get the good stuff. Now think about this. This paper you guys are buying and printing, that stuff is nice to have just like for your supplies, because we're ramping up our digital store. We have some really new exciting things. We're going to be doing Listers Got a List, and Miss Kelly Bangs is going to be cranking out great little kits for you guys every single month to do your listing in. So we are all about, like, Mr. Crafty and I have been talking more about like fun challenges to do. We want to revamp things so that we're more focused on challenges that are more creative. So lots of good stuff. So that paper you're buying, you will have an opportunity to use in other areas, other projects. So 32-pound. I usually buy it online because Amazon actually gives you a better deal than if you go into the store. I feel like buying one ream at $18 is not as good a deal. And if you know you're going to be printing things, I even get like the little case of it. I've got it from, like, it's called is it Navitor or Navigator? I always forget.
Navigator.
It's Navigator
For
brand.
the 32 pound?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I used to buy. It was like the little case, and I think it comes with like 4 reams. And when you buy 32-pound paper, the reams are not 500 sheets. I think they're 250. So I think the reams are smaller because the paper's thicker and it's just better quality. So that is my that's my spiel on paper. It is very creamy smooth. It is just wonderful. So another reminder, this just in, another reminder is visit the Media Lounge if you have not. Remember I mentioned earlier about clicking all over. When you're on the dashboard, click everywhere. The Media Lounge this week has, at the very top, you'll see the standard playlist that I have. There's a faithful one, there's nature sounds, there's relaxation, there's a dance party. I will continue adding songs to all of those playlists. But some of them are like hours long. Like the relaxation one has like each individual thing you can listen to could be like 2 to 3 hours long. So there's lots of like good stuff in there. And I was listening to breakfast jazz. I know some of that stuff just makes you feel like, I don't know, you feel so classy listening to it. So, but there's lots of good stuff in there, and so I want you to be aware that it's there, that I'll be adding new things to it. There'll be Pinterest boards that you can go shop. I have a ginormous Pinterest board of self-care ideas, but I took some of them from it and made a Camp Reset self-care ideas. Because I don't want to overwhelm you with everything, so I picked a few things and threw them on there that I thought were interesting and give you other ideas. If you don't like my ideas from the self-care master list idea list, you can go there and go shopping. There's like make your own spa products on the little spa day Pinterest board. So you guys have lots of good stuff everywhere, right? And then we have Listers Got a List that we just launched. So you have 40 days of listers. You can do a prompt once a day. You can do 4 prompts, you know, in a 10-day period. You can just do them all at once. You could split them up. I know, Jan, sometimes I do lay awake because my ideas are just going in there. So I love, it's so fun that that we have such a span of like ages in our group, and there's this like thing that we all have in common is we're just all about the paper crafting and the planning. It's so fun. Because when you think about it, there's a lot of stuff in life that's not fun. It's just all the adulty, boring stuff, right? The stuff that you got to do. So it is fun to have an imaginary camp to go play at, and it doesn't. Don't you guys feel like a kid again? When I was working on it, it just made me feel like I was 12 years old. The magic number for me, but it really did. It made me feel like even putting my little suitcase together. I used to have a little cubby suitcase, you know, like a little train case. I had that when I was 12. And I used to go through it and like pack it and just wanted everything to be perfect in it. And it was so fun. And that's what that reminded me of. I was so reminded of all the little fun things that I did when I was younger. And that's what we're all getting to do. So that's right. I'm 51 going on 12, Debbie says. Oh, I missed that. Did you see that question about the speaker thing?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yes, April says her 12-year-old is very happy. So, and a lot of us didn't get to experience camp as kids, so this is kind of like fun. And when you think about it, it's kind of like glamping because we're all indoors. I know a few of us have actually gone outside and camped in a tent this weekend. So you guys are the real heroes here. But I definitely would find it really hard to do that during a hot summer. I need some air conditioning. So I'm going to do a quick little commercial. But you guys are hopefully going to be super excited about that. So we have a new retreat bundle. Last year we had the retreat kit, and it was only in physical form. So we took all that artwork and it was turned into a digital collection. And it is so cute. I'm going to be using a lot of it because I love the color palette and I love the little icons from it. And there's a new Honeys collection. And there is the prompts. We did a fun thing using the Ticket Punch. We are doing a fun, the prompts for the Faithful Life Challenge. So you can upgrade. You can either get the free sheet that has the the little each prompt listed, or you can upgrade for just I think it's just a couple dollars, right? A few dollars.
Yeah.
And then you can get the ticket prompts, which you can punch out or cut out, and then it comes with the fancy challenge sheet. So this is what we are doing right now for the Faithful Life scripture prompts. I'm going to be doing 2 live sessions on scripture journaling. So I will be using all of these in that. If you check your community center calendar, you'll see those 2 sessions on there if you are interested in there. And the honeys, for those who said they didn't see it, are there only 2 sheets in the honeys? It's the 2, right?
I believe so.
Okay, so this set of honeys is this. They're like little, like these are punchable honeys, the hexes, the flags, and then we have like these little journal card type honeys. I printed all of this on sticker paper because I'm going to put it in my handbook. So these are in there, and then you have, we also had, hold please. We also have the Reset Girl, the Reset Camp honeys, and there's 3 sheets of these. And these are the ones I printed on like clear sticker stock, so these are in there too. Now, here's the awesome thing. Mr. Crafty hooked you guys up with an 80% coupon. So if it is regular priced, you can get 80% off with the coupon code Let's Reset. So, yay! So you can apply that to anything that's not on sale.
One item.
One item.
Regularly priced.
One item, regularly priced.
And we're going to do it every month.
And we're going to do this every month. You guys will get a coupon code. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Miss April was asking for a link to this clear sticker stock. Yes, Justina, you're going to have to go back to the beginning because I've said so many brilliant things you don't want to miss them. Yay, well, I'm glad some people are buying the honeys with the 80% off coupon. That's crazy, right? 80% off. He just wants you to visit his shop. He just is like, come on, girls.
I'm lonely.
I'm lonely. Come hang out with me. So, yay. So you guys will have a coupon every month to use on something not on sale. Because we love you guys. You guys are like the most awesome customers ever. I'm telling you, we say this all the time. I am blessed with the one thing that companies kill themselves for, and that is loyal, raving fans. Man, no matter what you do, you need to have a fan base in order to be successful. I could come up with the most amazing idea ever, but if I don't have people to buy it, it doesn't have, it's worthless. So what I have is I have you guys, and you guys have just been incredible in helping us reset our lives, you know, and give us a totally different life, you know, that I didn't have to go to the job that I hated every day. You guys set me free from that. So I'm so appreciative. We constantly say that all the time. We talk about you guys all the time. I don't know if you know that you guys are a topic of conversation on a daily basis. That's all we do is focus on what can we do and always trying to evolve and change and be better. And I think that Camp Reset is my mojo. I think this is my sweet spot. I'm really feeling it because I love coming up with ideas. It's so fun to watch you guys have a good time. So lots of good stuff in the shop. If you click on the shop button on our navigation, there's a little category that says new, and then you can see all the yummy stuff. There's all the retreat stuff, and there's a bundle with retreat. There's a new retreat cover. Someone pointed out earlier that there was a little typo on the magazine cover. That has been resolved. But it's not in the store yet, though. Oh. Being resolved. I haven't uploaded it. Okay, Mr. Crafty's going to upload that. And then you can download it again. So we apologize for that. But in the fury of the launch, I was not able to do the editing that I would normally do. So I'm so sorry. Yay! Thank you, Miss Karen Decker. You guys have made my dreams come true. So I want to talk to you guys. I want to mention something to you about the Happy Place Club. I am noticing a little trend happening is that people are going from the Camp Reset group and running into the Happy Place Club and then posting stuff about Camp Reset in there, asking questions, and instead of sharing some of that stuff in Camp Reset, they're just going here. So I want you guys to, I've been really thinking about this. It's kind of been weighing on my heart because you guys are not probably aware of how many people asked for a scholarship or applied for one, or that were very sad that they couldn't attend camp. And that just breaks my heart. It does. I feel terrible about the situation. And so there's part of me feels like constantly seeing all the Camp Reset stuff would probably make people feel bad that really wanted to be there too. And so it's a really tricky thing because my heart, I feel like I'm a very sensitive person, and I really think a lot about how that would make people like have their feelings hurt to see that. And I know that's not the intention of others. That's why we're having this conversation, is I want you to consider that, what that would feel like to the Happy Place Club members. There's 7,000 people in the Happy Place, and there's 1,100-ish people in Camp Reset. So there's a whole lot of people not camping. And I don't want that to become a just kind of like a dumping ground for you because you can't find a post here, or because you're having trouble and you come over here to do that. So I'm going to start being more strict about not letting that happen anymore, and just kind of really, please know in my heart, my heart is to be like very gentle when I say, hey, would you mind posting this here? There's a lot of you, and I'm really trying to fulfill the vision of having organization and having things nice and clean and easy to find. So I know we're not used to that in the Happy Place Club. You know, people are just post stuff in general. So what we're going to do in the Happy Place Club, and this applies to you guys because many of you are in that group, but we are going to create a Happy Place Club bingo. It's very similar to your bingo for Camp Reset. We're going to make that for Happy Place Club members, so they have a bingo to work on. And I'm probably going to do maybe a live session in that group to do something fun. So I am going to do a few fun things that I didn't plan on doing because it's kind of weighing on my heart. And I just would really love your understanding and cooperation. That I know a few people were like, oh, I hope you share for inspiration, but that was a few people, and usually people that don't like things may not necessarily say something. So I want to be sensitive to people who couldn't come. And that is, yes. And some of you were so flippin' generous in giving us, contributing to the scholarship fund, hosting and other people. We were really touched by how many people gifted whole Camp Reset, tickets to other people.
One lady did 6.
One of you did 6. You hosted 6 campers. That's amazing. But the problem is if Mr. Crafty and I just let everyone who asked have a spot, it's kind of unfair to those of you who paid for your ticket. And that's what I'm thinking about. Is, well, then why did I charge money then if I was just going to let a ton of people come in? And so this is what I've learned about paying for things. When we pay for a workshop, I feel like there's this part of you that values it more. And so because you're making an investment. And so I don't want to be disrespectful to people who did that and made that commitment by just opening it up on the back end to everyone else. But at the same time, it's still my group too, and so I'm going to be doing some fun things. So those of you in Camp Reset, please do not feel that you have to participate in Happy Place Club stuff, but also don't feel like you can't go in there and be like, hey, that's awesome. Be encouragers, and the stuff that's going on in the group certainly contribute to the discussion. I am not saying you cannot go in there and legit share stuff that is happening with the bingo. If you want to do bingo in there too, the Happy Place Club bingo, if you just want to share, like, look at the pretty spread I made in my planner with honeys, or if you're using the digital product, don't feel like you can't share that, because that is really my heart for the Happy Place Club. It was meant for you to share crafty things. I'm just saying, let's calm down on the Camp Reset things. So that's my little PSA, and you do not need to apologize. honestly, I've really been thinking about it. It's been weighing on my heart, and I really feel it's the right thing to do. Susan, it's Let's Reset. Capital L, capital R. Let's Reset is the code for the 80% off in the digital store.
And all they need to do if they want the code is to get the free Faithful Challenge, and it's right there in
the
document.
If you just sign up for the Faithful Challenge prompts, it'll come right out with it. In fact, ta-da! That's what happened when I printed it.
Yeah, they don't have to sign up for it. If they just go to the store and put that in the cart and check out for free, it'll be that'll be in there.
Does this come with the regular?
Yep.
So the regular free challenge sheet for the Faithful comes with this. So you could you don't have to print it. You could it just comes with the thing, if that makes sense. Just look at
the code and use it.
So, okay. So that was my Happy Club PSA. I'm going to let you guys know about the Community Center group, which is, I'm so proud of you guys. Everybody, for the most part, is playing along. And honestly, I would really love to see, just to validate whether I'm right or wrong on this, in showing hearts, how much are you guys loving the organization and structure of the Camp Reset group? Show me in hearts how you feel. I know it's a little harder to get used to because it feels like it's more restrictive, like there's more being, have to be a specific way. And I get that because, for the most part, Facebook groups are like, what? Post everything and anything. But I think really in the big scheme of things, the more I see it in action, the more I love it, because it's so awesome that this post can just grow and grow, and it's like this whole ongoing conversation, and you guys can find each other, like now it's like, well, where was that lady from so-and-so, and I'm looking for people who live in my state. You can go to the introduction post and skim it for the people in your state. You know what I'm saying? So for being a self-care group, and many of you have said, like, I'm working full-time, I have all these a lot of you have got tons of stuff to do. I do not want to make that Facebook group this thing that you stay away from because it's so hard to find stuff. That's the last thing I intended. I want it to be the way it is, which is fun. I was watching today the Sunday, the Sunday morning, Easy Like Sunday morning post. Claudia, that was in your honor, girl. Easy Like Sunday morning post. How fun is that? That we're all connected, sharing what we're doing today. Isn't that great? I love that. And you wouldn't have that if you just had a bunch of people randomly posting, this is what I'm doing today. It's not meaningful, is it? It's just a lot of stuff. And then that person doesn't, that little post floats away and then you can't find it again. There's no easy way to find it. So, I am really, really glad. And yay, Amy! That's a lot of hearts, girl. So I'm really glad. I know that there's a learning curve, and Miss Grunecker, she don't play around. She will let you know privately that you're not following the rules. But and when you guys may not recognize, who knows who Miss Grunecker is? I didn't know her name, but I knew what she looked like when I saw her. So if you guys, Miss Jennifer's looking for the honeys. Yes. So when you have one post to engage in, then you can spend time looking at others' experiences. And that's what I found so fun about the dance party. If you guys missed the dance party last night, you can go in there and see all the joy. It's like you get one place to see it all, and you feel like you're part of something. Because in live time, you're literally watching the comments come through, right? And it's really fun. Everyone's in this post, and we're all sitting at this table talking about dancing and how much fun we're having, and I'm printing out this and I'm printing out that, and hey, is someone having trouble? Because I saw a lot of you guys were helping each other. Like some of you started out, I'm having problems, and then you became the encouraging ones. Tiffany Reynolds, if you are on this chat, girl, I'm talking to you. I saw you jump in and helping people. I love that. I love that. And that's what I was saying about how like attracts like. I'm an encourager. I feel like I attract encouragers. And that's why my community is so bomb. That's why you guys are so wonderful. So just to remind you, we are going to be fine-tuning the website. So we totally acknowledge that there's some issues with navigation. Mr. Crafty mentioned today, like sometimes when you go to this page, it's hard to get back to another page. And I totally get that. Sometimes you don't necessarily think about things because you're just focused on how does this all look and how is it all laid out. And we paid for a professional web designer to create that loveliness. But then we had to make our own pages over here. They don't look nearly as pretty. But we're going to work on that so it all kind of works together well. So I really appreciate Grace with that because we are working on it. And see, and Christina, that's right. When you go to the group, then you can find something in one spot. I make my graphics very bold and easy to see the question or topic. So speaking of, so now things are going to evolve a bit because now I'm going to add a new layer to the community, okay, center. So this is what's going to happen. I waited. I didn't really want to do it right away because I know some of you guys are still in the flurry of printing, so I didn't want to create anxiety. But starting tomorrow, I'm going to put up a post that says week 1, setting up for success, okay? That post is not for sharing. I'm having technical difficulties. It's not for any of that. This post is for showing, talking about, sharing how you are setting up for success. So it could be whatever that looks to you. It could be, let's go to the handbook, shall we? The handbook. So here you could talk about like, hey, this is, you know, this is, I've gotten this far. I've done this. Here's my spot. Here's me resting. You can share pictures of you enjoying your cabin. It's just about the setting up for success theme for the week. You can add multiple posts, like comments. Sorry, I shouldn't say post. Comments in that post through the week. But it's all about this topic, as I have shared it in the book, about what setting up for success means. So you can talk about, now I know there's other little topics in the group, like planning tips. People have been sharing what their strategy is going to be for doing camp. I would highly recommend for those of you, especially for those of you who work outside of the home, to go look at planning tips. It's a bright yellow with a little May 27 date on it. That's my birthday. I saw that graphic and I was like, oh, I want that one. It's my birthday. So that is that has tips for people who need some ideas of what to do. But the week 1 topic and setting up for success is really just so you can talk about the content. What you guys think of that video? What did you do in your handbook? And then we're going to have every day, we will have one conversation starter. So my awesome counselors, all of them have picked a certain day and they're all going to post, you know, the same little graphic. It'll always say the same thing, week 1, and then here's the topic. And that way you guys can talk about that one thing. So there'll be a day where you get to share your handbook, like a spread. Look at me doing my listers. Look at me doing my bingo. Whatever you want to share, like it's handbook day. There'll be a day for listers got a list. There'll be a day for sharing your space because spaces evolve over time. So each day is a different little conversation starter just to get you guys talking together and having that, like today's day, here's today's conversation. Like we had today, the Easy Like Sunday Morning conversation. So that's what you'll start to see, is you'll begin to see those conversation and content posts start popping up. What will happen is the next week when the new set comes out, I'm going to turn the comments off, all the old ones, so they'll start floating down to the bottom and the new ones will come up to the top, if that makes sense. So you might start to see disabling comments because I don't want those things to pop up, because it'll confuse which week we're in. So they'll be clearly labeled. If you know it's week 2, don't post anything in week 1, right? You want to look for the clearly labeled week. Each graphic will have a week number, so that you know that's what it belongs to. And then the next week will be numbered, and the next week will be numbered. And then that way we'll always be on the same page together. So I will, I'm going to add that. I need to go back into the community group and add that to the pinned post. So I will, I believe there is maybe I'm wrong, but I thought I put a schedule in there that told you what each day was going to be. I should probably look at that. I should probably like refresh myself on the rules. If you have not read the guidelines and rules post, please do. because it will just remind us about the rules and the guidelines. From time to time, people still try and post a question. Where is this? I don't want those type of posts getting into the group, which is why I never approve them. If I can, what we tend to do is we'll contact that person individually to answer it or tag them in the post something belongs in. But I would really not like to do that as often as I'm doing it, because it takes time to do it. So we want to just get everybody on the same page and knowing that this is not the group where we post stuff. I'm excited. I'm doing this. Those are fun things, but there's a post for that. Hashtag there's a post for that. So I have covered everything I believe I wanted to cover. I see a lot of you have your handbooks set up, which is awesome. And so this week 1 checklist is now become the thing that we're going to work on all together, right? This is what we're going to be working on this week, is getting through our little checklist. Now, does that mean you have to check off every single thing? No, it does not. There are things on here like attending the Late Night Crafty Club this Friday. What? Late Night Crafty Club is going to be this Friday. So, but maybe you can't make it. So certainly it's listed here simply as a reminder. So you could check it off that you're going to be doing it. Today was attending the Q&A meeting. So everybody now grab their handbooks and check that off. You can check it off. Everybody together. Wait, where's my little chickie? My chickie pin. This is my little Professor Chick. Everybody together. We're all going to check off. Attend the Q&A. Oh, there's nothing like checking off something, is there? It's the most delicious feeling. So we can all share in the. I did it. And honestly, that's like the most fun thing to do in this book to me. So Wednesday we are having a social hour, and I'm not quite sure what I envisioned for social hour. I figured you guys bring something to sip, right? Because I'm a big on the sipping. Whatever that is to you, bring something to sip, and maybe we'll think of a fun topic that day. Maybe I'll come up with a Q&A, and you guys can give me some ideas of what we can do. Maybe play a game. But we're gonna have a little social mixer on Wednesday for here on the live, and then we have a Late Night Crafty Club on Friday. How fun is that, you guys? So go through your thing here. You also have a little note about, responding to the daily and weekly posts. So that's what I was mentioning, that there's going to be these very specific posts that will all say week 1 and then the topic. So that's what I'm saying, is just remind yourself, like, hey, today's Tuesday. I get to share my Lister's Got a List spread. Hey, today's Wednesday. I wish I could remember what Wednesday is, but it's eluding me. Maybe it's not. Oh, I know where it is. I just remembered where it is. It's in the calendar. And the calendar is right here. So everybody. I see my little checklist. Hi, Ashley Payne. You just joined us. Okay, so Wednesday is Handbook Peek, everybody. And excellent. Damaris checked off stay in pajamas all day on the Camp Reset bucket list, because don't forget, you also have these other fun activities, these supplemental activities. You have a bingo card and a bucket list.
The bucket list is only available in the package, the camp retreat package.
No, it's not. It's in the actual thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, So on these things, you can also be working on them too. So trust me, you guys have all kinds of fun stuff to always be working, crafting, something to inspire you. There's a list of self-care ideas. There should be nobody in this group that says, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to work on. Because if nothing else, you can just grab your bingo card and just start here. You could grab your self-care bucket list. You could just start with the self-care list. So I have created some structure so we don't all feel like I'm wandering around. I don't know where to go. That's not the case. So Monday is roll call Okay, so tomorrow you will see your first roll call post. And roll call is about showing up and like, I'm Camper Corey and I'm from, well, it's hard to say where I'm from. Originally from California. And this is my first year at camp. So I will, actually that's Michelle who's going to be doing that. And then she'll include a fun little question that you have to answer each Monday. Okay. So look for your roll call tomorrow because I need my campers to show up and get in line. No pushing, no shoving. And then you'll have, the next day you'll be sharing your LGL posts. Wednesday's handbook. Thursday is share a moment. So share a camp moment, whatever that looks to you. It could be like looking at the sunset. You finished some of your crafting. You're showing the tea you just bought. You just share a moment from camp. And then on Friday, you'll be doing Fun Friday, which is one of my days. So I will tell you what Fun Friday topics are each time I post them. There'll be something different. And then on Saturday, you'll be sharing your space. Sunday, which is today, and I didn't do today because I just kind of wanted things to a little settle down, was Sunday reset. So a lot of us are getting ready, ramped up for the work week because we actually have to go to real jobs, right? So Sunday, maybe the post will be done like first thing in the morning. So the morning here, and I know my counselors are sort of all over the country, really. I have Central Time Zone, and then I have West Coast Time Zone for counselors. So somewhere in that space of time. I didn't really tell them like what time they have to do it, but I'm gonna schedule them. I think is what I'll probably do, just to make it easier. I know, boo to jobs. Rebecca's right. Boo. Jennifer Smith, live chapel. So on Sundays, I'm going to be doing chapel day. And that's just my way of saying it's a faithful activity. So it's church related. And so we're going to have it at the chapel. I thought that was cute. And 2 of those times we're going to be doing, you'll notice on the calendar, it'll say chapel day, 4 p.m. PST. I actually spelled out in your handbook on those dates. I actually told you what we were going to be doing. 2 of them is going to be scripture journaling, which is scripture journaling to the prompts, the Faithful Life Challenge, which you can get in the store right now. This is an upgrade. These are the deluxe prompts. And then one Sunday, I'm going to do a Pray With Me through the Prayer Binder Bible tool that I put together. So I'm actually gonna, I can't believe I'm doing this, but I'm actually gonna go ahead and demonstrate my personal prayer time through my prayer binder, which I know a lot of you have seen my video on that. It's one of my favorite videos I've ever done ever. I love my prayer binder. Mr. Crafty has fallen in love with the idea of having a prayer binder, so we are actually gonna film a his and hers prayer binder, and I'm going to actually walk him through creating his own prayer binder. And we're going to film that. But I'm going to actually do a live session with that. So for those of you who struggle with prayer, and that's what we're going to do. And other than that, I'm not really sure what else I plan on doing with that, but yes. So bring your prayer binders with you. I'll do a little flip through and kind of explain a little bit more, and then I'll be doing that because this is the reason. Honestly, the majority of my Christian walk, I have felt like I don't know how to pray. You know, it's just talking to God really at the end of the day, and God knows who you are. He sees you in all your flaws. When you try and be like, "Dear Lord," you know, I think that sometimes maybe we put a little pressure to be very formal and stuff like that, and I think that maybe that's really not necessary with him. But I have found some things that have really helped me feel like I'm just praying with power. And that's the key. That's the thing I wanted to share with you. So I wanted to show how I actually pray through the binder. And it's actually pretty cool. And I would never have volunteered to do that, except that God really put it on my heart to do so. So take that for what it's worth. But that's what we'll be doing on chapel dates. They are optional. If that's not your jam, there is no pressure to join, and you can go do other fun things we got going at camp, because there's plenty to do. But I wanted to make sure that there was something fun for my faithful girls, so that's what we'll be doing. And right If you can't pray good, pray bad.
I like that.
Excellent, Joy. So anyway, so totally optional, and we've got so much stuff, you know, going on that's you know, it's not something you have to show up for. It is optional. But I'm going to do it on Sunday afternoons, so at least it felt a little bit chapel-y. And I know some of you are actually out doing actual church events and stuff like that. So, but that will be anything on here except for movie nights. Everything that has the little green live thing, it will be put into the media lounge after the fact. So this, if you missed it, if you came in late, this is going to go into week 1 media lounge content. Okay, so you'll be able to go back and watch it, and that way it's not crowding up the feed in the community center. So Kristen, I just saw that you were saying you hope there's a replay, so it will be located in the media center. Sorry, media lounge. Media center sounds like something at a school campus. Okay, so we are coming to the end of our camp chat now, and I hope that we are all on the no, Emily, you will not get a virtual hand slap for using last year's. If you guys loved last year's stuff, and you should, because it's flippin' cute. Kelly did that stuff too. Please know that you can use it. There's no rule that says you have to use the 2018 stuff. I included 2018, like the little paper bunch buffet and all that. I made sure all that was in there because I wanted you to have something, you know, for those of you who kind of like invested your money into Camp Reset and you weren't going to be able to get all the little extra bells and whistles. I wanted you to have something that you could kind of decorate with if that was going to be your main decor, right? Because not all of us have money to burn on buying all the things or scrapbook materials. So I wanted all of us to minimally have some stuff to brighten up your handbook. And you guys, I'm so in love with my handbook, I can't even tell you. I added more sections to it last night that I was sharing in my Set Up Your Handbook video. I was talking about how I was going to add things. So I'm going to be spending some time with this Leah. So I hope that you guys will be too and getting your crafty on. This is going to be a wonderful start to our week because we're at Camp Reset. So look for this video in the media lounge if you came late, and absolutely feel free to get crafty, whatever that means to you in your handbook. Get down with your crafty self. So thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, my campers, and make sure to go post in the Take the Pledge. Make sure you've signed your pledge card and post your selfie, and go find the Easy Like Sunday Morning post. I can't believe I just sang on camera with my horrible voice, but yes, go find that and go tell everybody what you were doing today and how your Sunday's going. Because we're about to get real. Tomorrow is Monday. We're all hitting it, going back to work. But you are all going to come back to Camp Reset tomorrow. Don't forget, okay? Don't let yourself down. Take the pledge. Hang this up somewhere. Make copies. Hey, if you're at work, put it up where you can see it, okay? That's my biggest recommendation to you. Hang this up where you can see it everywhere. This should shame you. Just kidding. It should inspire you, not shame you. But this is a reminder to yourself. Don't waste your $35, girls. Make it work. Make it happen. This is it. Someone's putting all the work in for you. All you gotta do is show up. Mwah! I love you guys so much. I'm so proud of you for being here. Camp Reset 2018. Bye, everybody. See you guys in the next video.